it's Kathleen from Grosgrain again. Today I'm going to show you how to re-tailor your pants, your jeans specifically. There are easy ways, and then there are tricky ways. If you want to retailor them the same way that they were made, it's going to be a lot harder. For the pants that I'm going to retailor today, I'll be doing it the easy way. But if you ever come across a pair of jeans that you want that aren't quite right, this can help you. Also, if you see a pair of jeans that you like the look of, you can try to find some in the thrift store and change them to the way you would like them to look, which is exactly what I've done today. So let me start off by showing you the jeans that I'll be working with. I want to change them into something of the way Emerson Maid's, I think they're called Bluebell jeans, look. And I love Emerson Maid. But I can't afford that right now. If I could, I totally would. I really would, because I love her clothes. But for now, I'll have to stick with the retailoring of the thrift store jeans. But these I thought were good because they had a wide, her Bluebell jeans are wide at the bottom, so I didn't want to get anything that had a straight leg or tapered. It had to be wide. Now these are way too wide, which is better because then it's better to have too much than too little, obviously. And these are too big on me, so, and also hers are fitted in the hips and the legs, like the upper part of the thighs, and then they kind of bell out a little bit, not too much. So I'll show you what these originally look like, and then you can see what they look like in the end. Okay, these are what they originally look like. Yank them up because you're going to see my undies if I don't. Obviously they are way too big in every place possible. They go out to here. I have to basically hold them up for you. And we're going to be fixing them today so that they look really cool. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so what you want to do first is put your jean on inside out and then pin it close to your body. Mine was wide on the sides, so I pinned it on the sides, and I'll be pinning it the whole way down on either side of my leg as well. If you want to do a straight leg, and I also wanted mine to be a little higher, so I lifted it up and pinned it. If you want yours to be lower, then obviously put it lower and pin it, and you can also take it in the crotch by just pinning it, but obviously be careful when you're pinning in that area. So I want mine to come out at the sides.
Just search for your programs now and choose your selection on Fios, a network.
Sorry, I was watching Being Human, of course. That's what I do when I'm up here. Okay. Where was I now? Okay, I pinned it on the sides and I want mine to go outwards, so instead of pinning it close to my leg at the bottom, I pinned it a little bit out. And I had to, as you can see, go against the seam line, because if I went with the seam line, it tended to curve so that the seam would be in front of my leg, which obviously I don't want. So sometimes you do have to kind of steer away from the seam, and that can be tricky sometimes because it tends to gather the fabric in certain areas, so you have to really stretch and pull to make sure you don't get any puckers. Now, what I was mentioning earlier about doing it the right way and the quick way, with jeans, what you see often is a certain kind of seam, and now I can't think of the name, but I'll look it up and then I'll mention it in my little annotation. So right here is the name of the seam. Right here. And they do that along sometimes both edges of the legs, but with this particular jean they only did it on the inside, and it looks nicer. It's like, it's a kind of stitch where you stitch it on the outside, then you stitch it, you fold it back and you stitch it on the inside, I think, and then you top stitch the outside. I'll have to look it up again and do it for you, but for now I'm doing it the easy way, which is just stitching it down the sides and then ironing it flat. And you definitely have to use an iron when you're making stitching up your jeans, because you want everything to look crisp and clean like they do in the store. So there you go. That's all you do is pin the insides, and we'll take a look at how it came out after I sew all these. I didn't do this leg yet, but you can see this leg is pretty much done. Take a look at what it looks like when I'm finished here.